Hello, my name is Alex Escalante, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to patch your drywall. Let's say, for instance, you and your friends are playing inside your home, and for some reason, one of you guys maybe accidentally dents the wall and creates a hole. So now you're going to have this hole in your wall, and that's not going to look very good. So I'm actually going to teach you how to fix that in order for you to, I guess, not get in trouble with your parents, maybe. But in order to do this, you're going to need a couple tools. You're going to need a pencil, a tape measure, a drill, a utility knife, some compound, uh, some screws, a spatula, some sandpaper, and a drywall saw. So the first thing you're going to want to do is actually go to your maybe local Home Depot or Lowe's. Go there and buy maybe a new sheet of drywall. It doesn't have to be too big, depending on however big your hole is. And you're gonna actually want to do a pre-cut. You actually want to cut out a shape that's actually bigger than this hole, but not too excessively big. So you cut out that pre-cut. You actually take it, you put it against the hole. Again, you want to make sure that it's bigger than your hole, and you're gonna actually just trace it. Trace it. So now that you've traced it, you put it somewhere. You save that piece of pre-cut, and then you take your drywall saw. You can actually just cut out all along the sides, or what I prefer is you cut out to the sides. From inside, you cut out all the way to the corners, like this, and then you take your utility knife and actually just trace out the figure that you just traced. You trace it out. And if you know the consistency of drywall, it's actually like pretty much like chalk. But the only exception is that there's a layer on top of paper. In the middle, it's all drywall. And on the bottom is actually some more paper. So you just want to take your utility knife, cut out all the sides, and actually you just push lightly. You push it, it should snap relatively easily, but it's not going to fall. So then you take your utility knife and you go in and you cut out. And you do that all for all the sides, and it should be relatively just take each part out. And then you're now gonna have just your hole that you just cut and traced. Now you're gonna have your hole that you just traced, and now you're gonna want to do something that they called scabbing. Just like scabs in your body, they heal your wounds. This scab is kind of similar, but it's kind of like that, but for this instance, it's going to be a piece of wood, maybe relatively the size of a ruler or so, depending on how wide your hole is. You get one of those pieces, you put it in the hole, into the wall, and you want to make sure that's wider than the hole, so then it can actually have a little outside, have a little length, so you can drill into it. Then you take your drill and you actually drill in the sides, like so. So you drill in, and it should just stay. Now you go and get your pre-cut that you saved, and it should relatively just slide in. Boom, slides in, and then you want to drill that into the scab. You can use 1, 2, however many screws you feel are necessary, but you don't want to do too many holes. It's relatively easy to find the scab. You can just follow the same markers as your drill, as your previous drills, and then you're gonna have your piece is gonna be in here. The next step that you're gonna want to do is actually you're gonna want to tape. You're gonna want to tape with fiberglass tape, so it can actually be when you apply your compound, it's gonna have something to grab onto. So then you tape all around the sides, as so, all along the sides, and all the holes that you have, all over them. So then, when you get your compound mixtures are relatively easy. You just tells you to add water or something like that. You just add the water and you mix it up. You don't want it to be too liquidy or too lumpy. You just want to have the right consistency, but make sure it's not too liquidy or not too lumpy, because some are quick dry. Quick dries are, the more you move it, the more they dry. So you want to work fast. You grab your compound, You actually apply it onto it, but you don't want to just smear it on. You actually want to use your spatula, grab a little bit, actually put it on 45 degrees, and just lightly apply it over all the holes. It's almost like frosting a cake, but in this case, it's your wall. So you just keep doing that, keep applying. If it needs more than one coating, just wait for it to dry, apply another coat. Okay, once you've waited, you want to grab your sandpaper. You just want to maybe wear a mask or glasses for this part. You just want to lightly sand it, almost to get its right texture as the previous wall. So you just want to sand it a little bit, and then once it's all sanded and you feel it's perfect, you just go to your local Home Depots, or maybe you have some extra paint. Just grab that paint and apply a coat of it, and voila! Just wait for it to dry, and it should look relatively the same. And that is how you patch your drywall. Thank you.